Hi, I'm Deej. My teaching partner Uma and I thought it might be useful to make a few short video clips about embodiment, some of the foundational tools and concepts behind embodiment and the importance of bringing our awareness into the body so that we can access and utilize the information and capacity that the body has to offer. So we can't really just speak and think about embodiment. We've got to do it. It's in the body, so we've got to work through the body to get a sense of what embodiment is. So what I'm going to invite you to do is either stand up, or if you're sitting and want to stay sitting, bring the weight of your body forward onto your sit bones. So that way, whether you're standing or sitting with the weight of your body forward, your spine is more or less vertical, and you've got a sense of activation through the body, or at least potentially. All right, and what I want you to do is to bring your awareness to your breath. And just notice what parts of your body that move. So what parts of your body are moving as you inhale? What parts of your body are moving as you exhale? And whatever your breath is doing, intend to slow your exhale down. So more or less letting the inhale take care of itself. Then a really long, slow exhale. Keep that going. And be curious about what you notice through your body. Just to contrast it, let's be curious about whether you notice any difference in what you're experiencing through your body between when you're doing a breath with a long, slow exhale. Let's do another one. And a breath when there's more time on the inhale, so something like, so doing it with me. And going back to a long, slow exhale. So keep, as much as possible, your awareness on your breath and a long, slow exhale. While I'm talking a little bit about what's happening in your body as you do that. So there's something called heart rate variation, which means that every time you take a breath in, your heart rate speeds up. And every time you take a breath out, your heart rate slows down. So this means that if you're breathing in a way where there is more time on the exhale than on the inhale, you're overall slowing your heart rate down. If you're doing a breath where there is more time on the inhale relative to the exhale, you're speeding your heart rate up. And so the breath becomes a regulatory tool, like a brake and an accelerator, that we can use to either speed the body up, charge it up, move towards action and excitement, or slow it down and move towards savoring and relaxation. So let's do that savoring relaxation type of breath again. Long, slow exhale. So by slowing the length of your exhale down compared to your inhale, you're moving your body towards what's called parasympathetic functioning. So there are different bundles of nerves in your body. And there are parasympathetic nerves, and those bundles of nerves are about moving your body towards relaxation, towards savoring, towards sensation, and towards the types of bodily functions that can happen when the body's in a relaxed state. So, for example, digestion happens more optimally in that relaxed state. There are different bundles of nerves, sympathetic nerves, which are about moving your body towards action, towards excitement, towards charge. And to activate those, for example, you do a breath where there is more time on the inhale than on the exhale. So Uma and I at the Institute of Somatic Sexology, we're teaching about erotic embodiment. And so why might this information about heart rate variation, about slowing your breath down to move towards parasympathetic functioning, or speeding your breath up to move towards sympathetic functioning, why might that relate to your eroticism? So a lot of the time when people are interacting erotically, either with their own bodies or with other people's bodies, there's a sense of getting somewhere. Yeah, there's a sense of often charging up, moving upwards towards some type of orgasm, perhaps a peak type of orgasm, which is wonderful and to be encouraged. But there's also another type of orgasmic or range of orgasmic type experiences which happen when we're not going anywhere, when we're just hanging out in sensation, hanging out in eroticism. And so if, when we interact with self erotically or with other people, there's often more practice in the body to be escalating, to be charging, to be moving up. So we're sympathetically innovating the body. We're moving towards more sympathetic functioning to get to those peaks. But if we down-regulate the body, so for example, by slowing the exhale down, and also by slowing the movement down, slowing the touch down, rather than moving towards a peak, you start to move down towards a place where you could sort of just hang out. You're not going anywhere, but it can be incredibly delicious, incredibly sensational, and incredibly orgasmic. And so some people are calling this place, these sort of experiences, which are not about a peak, not about having an orgasm, but just being about hanging out in orgasmic type bliss, orgasmicity. So, and it's something I'm really interested in because I've had, I went from a time when I had very little awareness in my body to a time when it's quite easy for me to activate these sort of bliss states in my body. So orgasmicity is something that really interests me. So what I would invite you to do is just to play with states in your body. Notice, and to start with noticing whether your body feels charged, noticing whether your body feels relaxed, and just experiment with playing with your breath, but particularly when you're charging up erotically, experiment with using your breath and touch and movement. And there are other tools that we could use to slow down. So let's do a few breaths of long, slow exhales. Knowing that with practice, and over time, this simple skill, the simple way of regulating can greatly add to your capacity to have expanded orgasmic experiences through your body.